In this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble a Prawn Designs leg pocket. This is for hooking legs onto things like train modules. These are the pieces you start with. There's a full instructions on my webpage. I'm going to start with the back. I'm going to take one of these inner side pieces. Notice that one side has notches and the other side doesn't. The notch side goes out, the non-notch side goes in. It's going to drop into the back and slide towards the center. Going to do the same thing with the other side piece. Going to drop in, slide towards the center. Next, we're going to take the front piece with the large hole in it. The crenellations or the slots go to the top to match the sides and the back. And it's just going to slip in here. Line it up with the slots. Line it up with the slots. Bring it together. And already we're starting to have a kind of solid piece. The next piece we're going to put on is the inner top piece. And that's just going to drop right on there. Now we're going to put on the two outer sides. Now these can be a little bit tricky. They have to drop into here. And you got to have to make sure you push them down in and slip it down. Now I've already test fit these, and you want to test fit them once and then take them off to make sure everything fits perfect. So now we're going to add some glue, and to be honest, I'm not super neat with my glue. I get kind of sloppy with it sometimes. It's all a matter of what style you want to have in your assembly, but you know, I figure these are a utility piece. It doesn't matter exactly how beautiful they are. They're going to be up underneath the bottom of the module. So I get glue all over. I'm going to move my glue to the right so it's easier for me. And I'm going to take this piece, and now I need to make sure that I push it down in tight into the back, and then it'll work its way in. Oh, that piece wasn't down all the way, and come on, there we go. And it snaps down in nice and tight. Now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to glue this face here. Sit and do the same thing on the other side. Again, I'm just being liberal with my glue. I use white glue, and I dilute it with 3 parts of glue and 1 part water. It makes it brush on easier. If you use straight white glue, it doesn't brush on very well, and it's too thick, and it can be a problem. And again, this piece is going to drop the slots in the back into the back. And then it's going to snap into place. Now we're going to move to the front face, and we're going to put glue on the front face. And again, I'm just going to slop it on here pretty quick and easy. And I make sure I get these outside edges and get some glue in those, because the next piece that goes on wraps around all of this stuff. Well, I've got a good amount of glue on there. The next piece to go on is the piece with the 5 slots. It doesn't matter which way it goes on, and it drops on. Now we're going to apply glue to that piece. And you can see this thing's already becoming pretty substantial and very solid. And we're going to take and glue there. And put some glue around on these sides. Get it everywhere. Now this next piece that goes on correctly one way and incorrectly the other way. I'm going to show you right here. If this was to go on there, it's going to leave a gap there and hang over there. So you need to turn it around and make sure it drops on the correct way. And that piece is on. Now I'm going to put glue on the top. Getting it again into all the corners. And it goes out into everywhere. And then the top piece drops down in. It's symmetrical. It can go any direction you want. Now we're going to add glue to the back. Again, I'm making sure I get the glue everywhere. And the back drops on. Now it's all glued, so now I want to clamp it up some. I like to use some spring clamps around the outside edges here to make sure that these sides stay nice and tight together. And then I use a clamp and I clamp the two sides together. And then I put another clamp to clamp the front and back all together. If you want, you can work in there a clamp to clamp the top down. I find that I don't really need that because that's not taking very much stress. I want these other pieces all to stay closed nice and tight. Maybe move this one in a little bit. There we go. And let that sit and dry. And when that's dry, you're done.